So one of the most questions I get is what camera gear are you shooting with? And camera gear is important. I'm just going to start this video by saying camera gear is important. The camera gear you're shooting with is important. It's that simple. That's just it. But at the same time, it's not everything. Camera gear does not mean that your photos are going to be good. If you're really good at what you do and you have really good camera gear, then at the end of the day, your photos are going to be great. But if you're not good at what you do and you have good camera gear, then your photos are going to be meh. But camera gear is important. That's just it. End of discussion. No more argument when it comes to camera gear. But today I'm going to be showing you guys my camera gear or telling you guys what I have in my bag for 2026 for this year. Right now, it is May. And this is what I've been using since January till now. So I just wanted to show you guys what I have in my bag and what I'm shooting with, because I'm typically shooting in the studio for the most part. So you guys have an idea of what I shoot with. So let's start this video with the camera that I'm shooting with right now, which is my dedicated YouTube camera. This is the camera I shoot my YouTube videos with. But also I use this camera to shoot corporate videos on my 9-to-5. I have a 9-to-5 if you don't know. But that's the Sony ZV-E1. It is a full frame camera. It uses the same sensor as the FX3. So that's my main camera when it comes to shooting YouTube videos, or basically any video, to be honest. You know, even when I have client work, this is the camera that I use. And right now I have a Viltrox 16mm f1.8 lens on it. I like it. It's wide. It is different from a lot of like YouTube videos out there. I just like it. Really like this combination. So that is what I'm shooting with right now. So if you're watching this video, you know I'm shooting with the Sony ZV-E1 and Viltrox 16mm f1.8 is an autofocus lens. Okay, so let's talk about my camera gear and all the other cameras that I have. It's not a lot, but the other cameras I have. First things first, my camera bag. This is the PGY Tech 1MO 35-liter bag. I've had this bag for probably 3 years right now. And this bag still looks brand new, to be very honest. Like, you just have to clean it. And it is such an amazing, sturdy bag. I've used this bag for like the longest time. I would love to get a bigger bag. This was sent to me by PGY Tech. Just going to show you guys what it looks like. This is the 35-liter. I have the 25, and I think I have a smaller one. This is what it looks like when I'm carrying it. Carries most of my camera gear, and also a laptop and a Wacom tablet or my iPad if I'm looking to take my iPad out. So that's my camera bag. Absolutely love it. It is not as expensive as the other camera bags that are maybe like the one from, what's the name of that guy? Peter McKinnon? I think he has one with Nomadic. It's not as expensive as those bags, but it is just good in terms of quality. So yes, this is my main bag. It was sent to me by PGY Tech. I am hoping that I can get a bigger bag because right now I tend to like take like photo and video gear out at the same time. So yeah, we'll get to my main camera body in a bit, but I just want to show you guys this camera. So this right here is the Olympus Pen F, and it has a 17mm lens on it. So it gives the equivalent of a 35mm because this is a micro 4/3 camera. This camera came out in 2016, and this is my favorite camera ever. I typically use it for behind the scenes. This is my everyday camera. I take it everywhere. And sometimes I take behind the scenes photos with this camera, and the models I shoot or the clients I shoot are really, really obsessed with the photos and they can't wait to post it. This is a 20 megapixel camera. The amazing thing about this camera is that you can change from black and white to colored, like the creative mode, using this dial in front. So yeah, the Olympus Pen F, all black, blacked out with the Olympus 17 1.8 lens. This is my go-to everyday camera. Take it everywhere with me. Now, when it comes to lenses, I'm going to start with like my most used lenses and go down to my least used lenses. So when it comes to my most used lens, it has to be this one, the 85 1.4 from Viltrox. This is my most used lens. I absolutely love this lens. This lens is tack sharp. It is compact enough to use. It is their Pro series, not their Lab series. The Lab is like their more expensive series. It was sent to me by Viltrox. I recommend this lens to anybody that's looking to get an 85. Absolutely love it. When it comes to price to performance, this lens is top notch. Love it, love it, love it. I've shot most of the portraits on my page, my Instagram page, with this lens. Love this lens. Now, since this lens is here, I might as well just talk about the camera. This is my next camera. So the first camera I have, my video camera, is the Sony ZV-E1. The ZV-E1 is 12 megapixel, and my photo camera is the A7R5. This is 62 megapixel. By the time I'm watching this video, Sony may have released the A7R6, and that's probably going to be about 6-7 megapixels. This camera is still good. I don't know if you would need to upgrade to that camera. I'll wait to see. But after that camera comes out, if you're looking for a camera that's more affordable than that and is so good, does everything, the quality is amazing. Yes, this camera has been out for over 4 years now. This camera is absolutely great. Autofocus is great. Everything about this camera is really good. Shoots great video too in 4K. Beautiful camera. But yeah, so that's my favorite lens, the 85 1.4. This is like my camera of choice right now, and my main camera, the Sony A7R Mark V. Next lens that I use the most is my 35 1.4 lab lens from Viltrox. This lens is goated. If you are in the market for a 35mm, you should 100% consider this lens. This lens is amazing. They have a new one that does not have the screen. You might probably want to get that one because it's less gimmicky. But this 35 1.2 is amazing. Did I say 1.4 previously? It's a 35 1.2, an amazing lens. Yeah. If I shoot weddings or anything, this will probably be the lens that'll be on my camera for most of the time. The next lens is my 50 1.4. This is Viltrox too, by the way. Most of my lenses are Viltrox. Absolutely love Viltrox lenses. Now, I have a love and hate relationship with this lens in the sense that when this lens came in at first, the autofocus wasn't great. I had to update it, and after updating it, the autofocus is perfect right now. Works perfectly. So yes, 50 1.4 Pro lens from Viltrox is amazing. I love it. It is probably like my third most used lens. Probably say my most used lens is probably this 16mm because I shoot a lot of content. But when it comes to photography, it's the 85, the 35, and then the 50. And then we're going to move on to this lens. This is a Tamron 90mm macro lens. I was just sent this lens recently by Tamron. It's not for me to keep. I'm going to be returning this lens to Tamron. But it is a macro lens. This is 90mm. I've been using it for a few photo shoots. I think I've used it for my last 2 photo shoots. It is tack sharp. I love it. I love the fact that for me, I shoot a lot of headshots. It's easy for me to get closer to my subject without having to worry about minimum focus distance. So this is a really, really good lens. If you're in the market for a macro lens, especially if you take headshots, I think this is a good lens. The Sony variants are really expensive. This lens, really good for the price. And then we're going to move on to my least used lens, which is, ta-da, the 135 1.8 from Viltrox. Now, this lens, I have shot outdoors with it. Absolutely beautiful. The way it renders autofocus areas is great. The autofocus is great. Everything about this lens is really good. The build quality is amazing. You guys can see that I kind of like just dropped the lens because the lens is heavy. I mean, it's a little bit heavy for a prime lens. The problem is at 135mm, you need a lot of space. And sometimes you don't have that space and this lens is really heavy. But it's my least used lens, but I still keep it because every once in a while you might be outdoors and you need that amazing portrait, like blurred background, all that stuff. This lens comes through for you. And that's why I keep it and I use it sparingly, but I still keep it. If you ever shoot behind the scenes, this is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This is the Pocket 3, not the Pocket 4. I haven't gotten that. DJI, if you're watching this video, might as well send me that. This I bought with my own money. I use it for most of my behind the scenes. And now I have my glasses, which is my Ray-Ban Metas. And I use my Ray-Ban Metas for my behind the scenes too. I just triggered it by mistake. So maybe Meta thinks I'm talking to it. But yeah, that's it. That is what is in my camera bag when it comes to cameras. This is everything that I use for my photo shoot, my content creation, and everything. So yes, I hope this helps you guys. If you guys are like thinking about what I use for anything from content creation to photography, this is everything. And thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day. Peace out, guys.